Uh, now we say about the physical. If the physical arranged in parallel. For the first one, you have to remember charge. Charge equals to current times time. Okay. And next, this one, uh, on law. Uh, in parallel, phi, then phi, potentially branch, phi equals with v1 equals with v2 and equals with v3. So phi equals to v1 equals to v2 equals to v3. And then uh, in this circuit, uh, the current, the current I, and then will flow here and will be divided here. Will be I2, I1, and I3. On Kirchhoff law, so I equals to I1 plus I2 plus I3. And next, based on P, sorry, based on I, okay, we know that if the current flows at the same time, so what about if we times by T, time, it will be equals to I1, I2 times time, and then I3 times time. We know that I times T is Q1 charge 2 and then charge 3. And then based on the capacitance, okay, Q equals to C times V. So C times V, C1 times V1. Remember, V1 equals to V. Yes, C2 times V, V2, V2 equals to V. Because this parallel, eh? And then C3 times V. So C V was to V C1 plus C2 plus C3. So the total capacitance is C1 plus C2 plus C3. This is how to find uh, total capacitance from some capacitor that arranges parallel. That's arranged parallel. And then what about series? Let's see, this is the series. Yes, series parallel, the series capacitor here, and then the current. So the current will flow here, and then will flow by 3, by 2, by 1. Yeah. So I1, I equals to I1 equals to I2 equals to I3. This one based on Kirchhoff law. Yeah, in this series circuit. And then for V, yeah, because basically, so V, this is V, V3 and V2 and V1 equals to V1 plus V2 plus V3. So and then the V will uh, make an equation in charge and capacitance. Based on capacitance equation, ya tadi ya, Q equals C times V. So the V is Q over C. So it will be Q over C, and then it will be Q 1 over C1, Q2 over V2, and Q3 over V3. The key is I times T, because at the same time, all the time is the same. I1, remember I1 equals I2 equals I, and I3 equals I. The current is the same over C1 times T over C2, I times T over C3. You factorize IT over C, IT 1 over C1 plus 1 over C2 plus 1 over C3. So 1 over C equals to 1 over C1 plus 1 over C2 plus 1 over C3. So the equation to find total capacitance in some capacitor that arranging that arrange series is 1 over C equals 1 over C1 plus 1 over C2 plus 1 over C3. So next we'll see for some question things. For each of the procedures shown in the figure, with 3.14 in this figure, calculate the total capacitance in microfarad. If each capacitor has capacitance 100 microfarad, because it's microfarad, so we do it in microfarad, all of them. Just for the A, because this capacitor in series, so 1 over C equals to 1 over C1 plus 1 over C2 plus 1 over C3. So 1 over C equals to 1 over 100 plus 1 over 100, 1 over 100 in microfarad. So it will be 1 over C, 3 over 100 microfarad. So the C is 100 over 3 microfarad, or 33.3 microfarad. And then let's see for B. For B, because the recital in parallel, so C equals to C1 plus C2 plus C3. So 100 microfarad plus 100 microfarad plus 100 microfarad will be 300 microfarad. Okay, that's not the big problem. And then let's see C. Okay, in this case, we have two capacitor in parallel, and one of them series with electric capacitor. So we will find the parallel for the first. So we will calculate C1 and C2, okay, because it's series. Okay, sorry, because it's parallel. C1 and 2 plus C1 plus C2. One each, yeah, each 100 microfarad. plus 100 microfarad. So it will be 200 micro. So now this is will be one capacitor with capacitance 200 microfarad, and it will be series with C3 and C12 and C3 series. So capacitance for C123 equals to 1 over C12 plus 1 over C3. It will be 1 C123 equals 1 over 200 plus 1 over 100 microfarad. Now next, do addition here. 1 over 200 plus 1 over 100. It will be 3 over 200 microfarad. 1 over C123. So C123 or total capacitance from this circuit is this capacitor network is 200 over 3 microfarad. And the last one for D. For D, you can see here C1 and C2 is series, and then C1 2 we connect parallel with C3. So for the first, we will find this, okay, C1 and C2 total capacitance, because C1 and C2 series shows 1 over C1 2 equals to over C1 plus 1 over C2, 1 over C12, 1 over 100. Ya, each of them itu 100 ya. Berapa plus 1 over 100. C12 2 over 100. C12 550 microfarad. And next C12, yeah, it will be one capacitor with capacitance 50 microfarad. So C12 and C3 is parallel. So for parallel, C123 or total capacitance is C12 plus C3 equals to C12 is 50 microfarad and C3 is 100 microfarad. So totally is 150 microfarad.